Welcome to The Loss of a Loved One. I'm your host, Tamika.
And I'm your co-host, Erica.
It was so strange how Erica and I met and originally decided to do this show.
Yes. I was working as a temp and I got called for an assignment and I had two choices, tax credit or multifamily. I chose multifamily and that's when I met Domiquo. And one day we just started talking and we found out we had this special bond.
Yes, Erica's son, Jalen, birthday is October the 1st, and my son, Domico's death date is October the 1st. So that was really strange because Jalen is also deceased as well.
Yes, that was the bond that started the friendship. And we have this phenomenal connection and our lives just intertwine so much.
Yes.
It's, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, we knew that we had to do something together. And so what we decided to do is this podcast is called Loss of a Loved One. The reason we decided to do this is because there's so many people who lose a loved one and really don't know how to come back from it. You know, there's this young lady who lost her mom and she was a scholar. She was a presidential scholar in college, and she completely lost it. And so now she has to go into crisis center a lot. She doesn't even comb her hair. She'll walk around naked in front of people. And I'm like, it's so easy to happen from a loss. So we just thought it would be good to share ways to, you know, try to cope
With losing a loved one. And then you find out when you start talking to different people that you're really not crazy. That
yes.
what you're experiencing is actually normal and it's okay and it's justified because you're mourning the loss, especially the loss of a child.
Which is what our first season is going to be about, loss of a loved one. And Eric and I are going to share our stories as well and some of the things that we do to cope also. So I guess I'll start with telling my story about my son Domiquo and how I lost him in 2017. So I want to say it was probably around 1 a.m. The morning of October the 1st, sitting in the house with my loved ones. We had just got back from my nephew Brandon's modeling event, and we all went as a family, and Domiquo went with us as well. However, Domiquo and his girlfriend and two of his siblings, and well, actually 3 of his siblings and an ex-girlfriend made a detour and happened to stop at a place that was called Midnight Blue at the time. I wasn't familiar with the place, didn't know where it was, had not ever heard of it. And then when I got the phone call, it was from my stepdaughter. I was married at the time, and it was from my stepdaughter, and she was screaming and crying in the telephone. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? And she's like, he got shot and he's not responding. I'm like, who got shot? Domiquo was like my quietest child ever. Like, he didn't talk unless you talked to him. And if you didn't ask him a question when you were talking to him, he probably didn't even talk to you. So,
Wow.
you know, it was just crazy to hear that he had been shot. They had went to the club and there were some guys in there that called themselves to be part of a blood gang, and Domiquo had on blue. So that didn't sit well with them. They asked him to remove his shirt and he refused to do so. At that time, they approached him, they hit him in the face with a bandana, taunted him, and Domiquo and his brother kind of kept their cool, and they left out of the club. But the whole time, Miko being a young man, of course, you know,
Right.
he wanted to defend himself. So he's like, he want to fight. Well, as the kid said back then, shoot the one, whatever you claim that to be. And the guys, he wanted to fight, but at the same time, they had decided to leave. They had even gotten into the car. His stepbrother went back because he's like, let us get our money back. We deserve our money back.
Right,
We paid,
because you paid and didn't stay.
$15, $20 to get in here, and we only been here 15 minutes, so we want our money back. And during the time that he was at the door, a gang of guys bust out the door and began to jump on him, hitting him in the head with Hennessy bottles and everything.
Wow.
Domiquo was in the car and saw that happening and jumped out
To go
to try to help his
brother.
brother. Yes. And before he could even make it there, he was shot. He was shot in the back, and the bullet went through and hit his heart, and he bled out. But he was also shot in the hand as well by 2 different guns, so we know that one was the fatal shot for him.
Wow. Whew. Just hearing that story is just crawling my skin. It's like, that's the worst phone call that a mother could receive.
Yes, and then part of it, I had gotten off the telephone with her, and I called my cousin who had went to the location where Domiquo was, him and my other son and my nephews, and I was actually hearing the gunshots in my ear, and I'm screaming like, are those gunshots? And they're like, yes, you know.
Wow.
That they're gunshots, and I'm on the telephone like, where are y'all at? Because at this time, I don't even know where this Midnight Blue place is. And then I jump up, we get in the car. We don't even know where we're going to at this point, but we know we're headed towards our old neighborhood because we knew it was near there.
Okay.
But we didn't really know where we were going to. And then finally, we got a call back telling us where to come. We ended up at a Shell gas station right on Jimmy Carter, and I see my son laying on the ground, deceased with the cover over top of him.
Wow.
And the wind blew, I will never forget, the wind blew, and it blew the cover off of him. And I freaked out from that point. I was screaming, and it aired on the first 48, and I can't watch the show. I've listened to the show, but I can't watch it.
Okay.
But that scream to this day still hurts my heart to even hear myself scream like that. Like it was like I was out of body. But a lot happened after that. My marriage ended. I had a new normal because I had to come to a home where my child was not going to be there.
So you had to start redefining your life.
Yes, but I didn't know how. So I was trying to accomplish something that I didn't really know how to accomplish.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah, so it's been some years. It's been, 7 years now? And sometimes it still feels like it was just yesterday. So I like to let people know that it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to go back and forth and have those angry moments or have those sad moments. And I try not to be sad and on so many occasions that I really want to break down on for the sanity and sake of my other children.
Yeah. So do you think having your other children helps a little bit?
It does. because there's moments where I probably wouldn't hold up so well if it wasn't for them. I think me being strong for them helps me keep it together.
Right.
And also doing things like this podcast right now help me to keep it together as well, because I get to talk about it. Some people don't like to talk about it, they don't open up about it. But I feel like when you bottle it up, it's worse to me.
Because you're holding it in.
Right. That's right.
You don't have an outlet, really.
Right. It's like I'm already hiding my tears from my children, from my mom and my siblings, because I don't want them to be down or, feel upset, which I'm not going to say that that's a good thing, but it's just something that's helping me to feel like I'm being strong. So my times is in the shower. That's my sacred place.
Your shower cries.
Yes. And then by the time it's time to get out, I'm like, get it together. Get it together. And start your day. Because that's what Mika will want you to do. My son was 19 years old when he was killed due to something so senseless until I never would have fathomed. I know they have those little sayings, you live by the street, you die by the street. Domiquo was not one of my children that lived by the street. And I know what that looks like. Domiquo wasn't it.
So that even hurt more because he wasn't a street guy.
Correct. Yes. I think when your child is taken from you, which either way, I think you feel like they were taken either way. But when another human person is the reason why they're not here, I think it may sting or hurt a little bit more.
Right.
Because it leaves you kind of wondering, was this meant from God? Or was this an act of a human that was just senseless, that just didn't care?
Do you find yourself being angry at God sometimes?
At first, yes, definitely was. I didn't want to listen to gospel songs. Matter of fact, I couldn't listen to gospel songs because I would find myself crying and just angry, like I didn't want to hear them.
Right.
That has changed for me, and I am happy to be able to say that.
That's good. I'm glad. Because I know it can be, you want to know, like, okay, you believe in God, and you're like, well, why would you take my child from me?
Exactly. You go through those sentiments a lot.
Yes.
And the new normal, like, it was so strange because I'm still a person that stay in my bedroom all the time. I couldn't sleep upstairs in my house. Well, I slept downstairs as close to the door as I could. And I
Because you thought he was coming in.
It's so many things happen, like the doorbell would go off. We would all be sitting in the house and hear the doorbell. We'll go to the door and no one would be there. We had a code lock on our door because the kids used to lose the keys all the time. So we kept a code lock where they can just push in the numbers.
Right.
And we would hear the numbers going off and go to the door, and it'll beep like the long beep to say that you had the wrong code, and no one will be there.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, he constantly let us know.
No, listen, I'm still here. I got
That's
y'all.
right. That's right.
I got y'all.
He did, and I know his birthday is on Christmas Day, so that's a very hard day for me. And it's so crazy because my birthday is generally a very hard day for me. And I guess it's because you don't have that one extra happy birthday that you're used to having.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Or that one big hug that you're used to getting.
Right.
and that laughter.
Right,
That
exactly.
You have your little joking moments, that you have your own moments, but each one of your children, you have your own little thing, and that
It's not there
is not there anymore.
Right. But I guess, you have to remember to continue to live for them. I've written a book, The Loss of a Loved One. I've written a book, The Day They Took My Son, and it's about 4 young men who lives were taken to gun violence.
Okay.
I think people have to remember, even if it hurts, keep your loved one's name out there. Let the world know this is somebody who was loved, whether their death was their fault, whether their death was suicide, whatever. You have to continue to keep your loved one's name out there, because if you don't, who else is going to do it for you?
Exactly. Like, what would be some of the things you would suggest to some grieving mothers that lost a child or
I think
children?
being a part of groups with mothers who have like feelings, who understand your pain, who can empathize with you is one good thing, because one thing I say, if you haven't lost a child, you can't tell me you know how I feel.
Exactly.
Because each loss is different, and I've been through a lot of them. I've lost a sister, I've lost a parent, I've lost a son, I've lost my grandparents, I've lost close cousins, uncles, so aunts. I mean,
Every loss is different.
they're all different. They're all different, and none has been like my son's. So I would just like everybody to tune in to Lost of a Loved One. We will be airing weekly on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Don't have an exact start date, but we'll be sending out some snippets to kind of let you know that it's coming. So please like and subscribe on any social media outlet that you see us on, and stay tuned for our next episode.